fellow human light beings. Well, happy Christmas Eve, if that means anything to you. So it is time once again for a live guided interdimensional meditation to bring about the new world. All right, so I hope you are all doing well. I'm a little tired myself, but I'm here and I believe that we're going to have a good meditation tonight. I believe that I felt the energy of my friends. I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the fiasco that's happening, the revelation of what's happening under the surface of our world. And as I talked about in the most recent video, astrologically, according to Vedic astrology, we are in the last phase of the karmic pressure. And then starting this next year, the idea is that next year will be the pause in between the breaths. So right now we're experiencing an exhale. So we're getting rid of everything. Everything is being destroyed and being revealed for what it truly is. And then there's a pause. And then, so I guess in 27 will be the inhale, where we go to a completely different way of functioning in the world, where we operate not from being enslaved, but instead being empowered. So this is a very critical point in time right now. We're at the very end of this karmic exhale, and then we're heading into a time of transition, which should take a year. And then, as I understand it, according to Vedic astrology anyway, 2027 will be the beginning. All right, but we can talk about that another time. So why don't we just go ahead and get started with the meditation. So, if you would please, go to your preferred meditative spot within your home. Get in your preferred meditative posture. Close your eyes. Inhale very deeply and hold it. And exhale. Once again, inhale very deeply and hold it. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Continue breathing long and deep. On the inhale, bringing in beautiful, powerful light energy into all of the cells of your body. On the exhale, condensing that energy while releasing any toxic energy, any unnecessary thoughts, feelings. Continue breathing like that, long and deep. And make the conscious decision to completely relax into the emptiness of pure power. Allow yourself to completely mold with and connect with the source of all energy that is right there with you all of the cells of your body erupt into existence coming from the source of all life. Your soul erupts into existence coming from the source of all consciousness. Continue breathing long, deep, relaxing breaths, making the decision on each exhale to release any ideas that you have about who you think you are. Inhale and then exhale all of that out of your awareness. And now let us chant the Huar breath to align our body and the cells of our body with higher frequency. And please bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. All right, so let us go ahead and do CE5 protocols for leaving Earth and connecting with higher dimensional consciousness. So imagine your energy coming out of your body, out of the top of your head. Imagine this energy rising up above your body. Look down and thank your body for being the perfect vehicle for your third dimensional avatar. Let the energy rise up through the roof, rising up above the roof of your home, continuing to rise up in the sky, higher and higher, faster and faster, rising up through Earth's atmosphere. And we break free from Earth's atmosphere. And what I'm seeing in front of me is I'm seeing the Earth, and I'm aware that on the right side I'm seeing the Earth bright And on the left side, I'm seeing it dark. And above the dark side of Earth, I am seeing a light. Again, it's a circular light that seems to appear out of nowhere. It looks like it's a ceiling light, but we can't see where the light is coming from. So I'm going to allow myself to move in that direction. I'm seeing that, and then on the other side of that, I'm sensing there's something else. I'm going to assume that what I'm sensing on the other side of that is 3-eye Atlas. So from my perspective, the light is on the left side of Earth, and 3-eye Atlas is down below, off in the distance on the left side. So what role these two things have to play, we'll find out. I'm moving towards the light, and I believe this is, once again, the portal into the very large interdimensional extraterrestrial ship we've seen so many times. So I'm allowing myself to go to that light, and I'm allowing it to pull me up into itself. I feel the energy very powerfully. And yes, once again, I'm inside of this very large spaceship, and I sense that there are extraterrestrials. I can't tell where they're from. They don't look human, perhaps insectoids, and there are many different levels going all the way up. So there's hundreds or thousands of these beings, and they all send tremendous gratitude and welcoming to us as we enter into their realm. And once again, the very tall insectoid queen is now leading me down through the ship, through all of the other ETs who are standing and bowing. And we're making our way once again, I believe, to the front of the ship. So we enter into that, and that is like the viewing portal, the bridge, if you will. We're looking out onto the viewing screen out in front of us. And I'm once again seeing a crack between the dimensions. This time to the right is darkness, and to the left is our third dimensional universe, and I'm seeing a light off in the distance. I want to say it's 3-eye Atlas, but I don't know yet. Okay, so the answer is yes, that's what it is. And I'm being told that something very special is happening right now, especially for us. And so give me a moment to find out what we are going to do next. Okay, so what I heard is they want to show us some very powerful things that are going to come for us. And this is a quote, this season, whatever that means. So I'm seeing, I'm not leaving the ship. What I'm seeing is, again, a transporter, what looks like a transporter pad. You know, very similar to a Star Trek transporter pad. And there's a light shining on it, and I'm being invited to go step into that. So I'm going to go step into that light. This usually means we're going to be taken somewhere outside of our dimension. So I walk up in there, I allow the light to come down. There's something in the light, there's more than light, there's some other kind of energy that's infusing my astral body with this energy. And my human mind is resisting it a little bit, but I'm going to continue to surrender to the process. And with that, I feel myself being pulled up through the light. So I'm being taken, seems through a wormhole, continuing to go up and up. I'm feeling a lot of power as I do this, going up higher and higher. And we get to the top, and it empties out onto a plane, and it's like we're walking on a ceiling or a floor of light that goes off into infinity. So I'm not sure exactly where this is. There seems to be a being here, again a tall, thin being, like a being of a blade of light is a good way of describing it. So it gives me the feeling that it's in between worlds or something like that. It could also be that it's just hard to visualize what this being is with my third dimensional understanding of things. So I'm going to communicate with this being. Feel free to do the same, and I'm going to ask what's happening next. Okay, so I was asked a question which was, do you want to become as powerful as you can be? And of course my answer to that question was yes. And then I got this message that this blade of light wants to then slice into me, if you will, and expand me. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes to that process. So I didn't see anything, but I did definitely feel something. I felt the energy come in, and then I felt like an expansion within me. It felt like something expanded and opened up, almost like a flower opening up. And the energy of that coming from my solar plexus and coming up and out the top of my head. That's what I'm experiencing. I'm going to ask what else what else we're doing next. So they asked me if they could show me some things, and I said yes, and then they said, you're going to feel some energy inside of you, entering you, and this is part of the process. That's them taking us somewhere. So feel free to ask for this if you want it or be a part of it. So I'm now going to ask them to go ahead and send the energy. All right, so I did feel the energy come through. I did have to accept it and surrender to it. And I did feel the energy come through, and it did feel like it opened me up. And then what I saw were, I don't know how many of these, I'm going to call them slivers of light, like they're pieces of glass or something, slices of glass. And I'm not sure if I completely understand or that I need to understand, but this has something to do with being connected to these beings and being part of them. Has a great deal to do with what is coming for our planet. So I get the sense that a lot of things are happening on a level that I may not be able to intellectually understand. I'm going to spend some more time communicating with these beings and seeing what's coming next. All right, so I'll share with you what was said to me. The being said, "We're going to show you something about yourself which you are going to have, it's going to be shocking and you're going to have difficulty hearing it." And then they asked if I wanted to hear it anyways, and I said yes. And what the being said was that I am not really here. So this experience of me, that I'm in my physical body on planet Earth doing whatever it is I'm doing in my life, that I am not really there, that I am actually with them. And that I could choose to wake up from this dream whenever I wanted to. And now they're saying you have the power to treat this like a lucid dream, and you have the power to change the dream according to whatever your higher consciousness truly desires. So that isn't a new concept, but feeling the energy and seeing it makes it a little different than just a thought. That we have the ability to shift our reality as we would shift a lucid dream. So I'm getting the feeling that we're being given power to do this. And I'm sensing that going forward into this next year, the shift in the dream will become more real and the changes will come faster. But that the whole point of that is that we are trapped inside of our own dream, and we could at any moment choose to awaken. So I'm going to listen, communicate more. Feel free to communicate with the being in front of you and learn more about this. All right, so I got more information of a similar nature, and so I'll just repeat to you what they said to me, and you can feel free to apply this to yourself. But what was told to me is that we are the creators of this reality that we are in, that every person on this planet is a projection from within us, and everything that we see and everything that we do is a projection from inside of us. And if we want to consciously choose to go beyond our imprisonment within the dream, then we can rise above that and we can begin creating a completely new world. We can choose to create new characters in our dream, create characters who are awakened and conscious and who operate from love, and that this is really the message, that this is your dream. Everything you experience is your own dream. And they're inviting us to wake up. And if we were to fully wake up, we would literally wake up out of this world. Okay, so that seems to be the crux of the message. I'm going to ask, because I was told they're going to show us something about what's going to happen to us in the future. So I'm going to ask about that. You can do the same. All right, so I asked again if was what was going to happen in the future, and the response is, we've already told you. And I was reminded of the vision they showed us in the future of people living on a completely different world, and all of the technology, all of our modern technology was gone. All of the governments were gone. Most of the people were gone. We had technology, but it was about just living comfortably and peacefully, and we lived in nature, and there was a large focus of detoxing emotionally from this 3D that we've currently been in. So they said, we've already shown you that, but this is the time that you make the decision to shift the world into that new probable reality that you've already seen. So I'm going to spend some more time talking with this being. You can go ahead and do the same. Okay, so I now am getting the message that this part of the journey is coming to an end. So I am now allowing myself to come back. Once again, I forgot that I came here from somewhere else. So I'm allowing myself to come back through the portal and back down, because we went up, so I'm going back down, and I'm allowing myself to now appear on this teleportation pad. And so I'm back in the spaceship, and the light beings there are celebrating, and apparently we did something again. And as always, I'm coming off of that transporter, and I'm being invited to sit in a chair, like it looks like a dentist chair. And this is where they refine the energy, help us to absorb the energy that we've been given. And I am told this is necessary for us to make the trip back to our third dimensional bodies. So I'm going to go ahead and communicate with the being that is now working on my astral body. So I'm being told to breathe in the energy that they're giving to us, inhaling deeply and exhaling. Now I'm being asked to think about something I would like to see and experience on the new world. Okay, so I'm going to share with you what I envisioned. I did imagine being in the perfect physical world that I often go to, but more specifically, what I wanted was to be able to live in an environment where we are encouraged to operate from our deepest, most vulnerable, truest, energetic, and emotional self, knowing that there are no people or beings that will ever attack you, criticize you, hurt you in any way. That we can be completely, totally free from armor and protection and be 100% connected to the light of the soul. So that is what I'm hoping for and wishing to project onto the new earth. All right, I'm getting up out of the chair, and the beings are again clapping and celebrating, making my way back to the exit point of the ship, through the ship, and all of the beings are again clapping and celebrating. They really seem to feel and believe that what we're doing in these journeys is extremely important. And all right, so I'm making my way towards the portal that leaves the ship, and I'm bowing to the Queen. I'm going to ask her if there's anything else she'd like to say to me or give to me. You can do the same. All right, so she gave me a pendant with an interesting kind of a moonstone crystal wrapped in, surrounded by some silver. It looks like a teardrop, and a beautiful silver chain. And she dropped that over my neck and said, "This will connect you directly to us, so you can feel our support and our love whenever you want." So that's a beautiful gift. So I'm bowing to her, and I'm allowing myself to come down through the portal back into interplanetary space, and we're now floating above the Earth. So while we're here with this new energy, let's send it to the Earth. Do the Huar breath, sending this energy, helping all beings on Earth to awaken and shift their frequency. Inhale. And go ahead and bring your attention back to the sound of my voice. Let us just float out here above the Earth, and let's allow ourselves to go to just a neutral place where we are mirroring back to the Earth, witnessing the change that she's going through. So just sending her love, and again being a witness to the shift that she is making, and letting her know she is not alone, that we are here with her, that we see her, that we love her, that we protect her, and that we make the promise that we will be with her and travel with her on her journey to her awakening, to her higher dimensional shift. She's also waking up from her dreams. And so we are letting her know that we will be there with her as she wakes up, that she's not alone. All right, I am now going to ask for my personal guide to come, and I'm going to spend a moment asking if there's any information or suggestions that they have for me. You can do the same with your guide. All right, and now I'm going to allow myself to begin descending back into our current world. So I allow myself to come down into the beautifully bright, multicolored aura that is Earth's energy field, allowing myself to drop down further and further into the atmosphere, and allowing myself to come down over Earth and above the home that I'm currently in. I come down through the roof, and I very gently allow my astral body to come back into my physical body. Very gently allowing my current physical aura to expand, to accept the new energy that's coming in. Inhale very deeply and hold it. And exhale. Rub the palms of your hands together. Hold it over your eyes. Inhale into your spinal column down to your feet. Inhale. Exhale into the earth. Once again, inhale. Exhale into the earth. One last time, inhale. Exhale into the earth. Rub your eyes, your face, scalp, back of the neck, front of the neck. Bring yourself back into your physical body. Okay, that was very powerful for me. I definitely felt the energy in that. I'm not sure I understood what happened. I think I've already forgotten a lot of it, but I hope you got something out of it. I hope it was pleasant for you. And we will leave things there for now. And that's it. All right, my friends, thank you for joining me on this journey. Happy solstice that we just had. We're moving towards the sun coming back to us and this incredible new year that is heading our way. So that is all, my friends. Please be good to yourself. I love you all, and I will see you all very soon.